Hey UT Dallas community, my name is John Westmoreland and I'm a career advisor at the University Career Center. Today in our interviewing series, we're going to be going over the Tell Me About Yourself question. So you've entered the interview and you've sat down. And the first question that the employers ask you is the Tell Me a little bit about yourself question. This is the first question that's usually asked in the interview. The question can be asked in multiple different formats. So be on the lookout for anything like this question during an interview. Although the question seems rather simple, it's one of the hardest questions to answer. The UCC will introduce you to a framework that might help you answer this question. Also, we'll provide you with tips and tricks to better answer this question in any interview that you have gone into or will go into in the future. When in the interview and the Tell Me About Yourself question is asked, here are 3 key things that you should include in the answer to that question. First, include some things from your past. Begin by discussing previous experiences, roles, achievements, or skills that might be pertinent to the current role that you're interviewing for. Present. After telling the employer about your past, transition to your current situation, including any current role that you might have or any recent accomplishments that you've had that might be pertinent to the role. And finally, your future. You should conclude by expressing your career aspirations, educational aspirations, and how they might align with the company's goals or your potential future with the company. The Tell Me About Yourself past, present, and future strategy, I would like to provide you with an example of how to implement this. I have a background in software development, having completed a boot camp that sparked my interest in full stack development. This led me to pursue a junior full stack developer position at Google, where I've been able to apply and expand my skills in both front end and back end technologies. Currently, I'm looking to leverage my experience in a dynamic team like yours to contribute to impactful projects and continue my professional growth. I'm eager to learn and grow in this role and will do so if hired. Now see how the example lays out your past, your present, and your future aspirations for the role and how they relate. As we begin to wrap up the Tell Me About Yourself section of our interview series, I want to leave you with a few additional tips and mistakes to avoid. In terms of additional tips, you should customize and tailor your response to the specific role that you're interviewing for. Secondly, you should be clear and concise when answering the Tell Me About Yourself question. Aim for 60 to 90-second responses. For the lower end, staying around 60 seconds ensures that you're not answering the question too short and leaving material out that might be appropriate for the answer. On the higher end of 90 seconds, it ensures that you're not going over the granted time that the interviews may have scheduled for the interview. You should show enthusiasm by conveying genuine interest in the position that you're applying for throughout the Tell Me About Yourself section. Lastly, beforehand, you should practice your delivery and rehearse your response. When answering the Tell Me About Yourself question, it's easy to go off on a tangent, so practice and preparation will be key to your success. In terms of mistakes to avoid, again, over-personalization by discussing family, religion, or politics in more than a very brief manner. You don't want to tip your hat on where you may stand on any of these subjects because one of your interviewers could have bias included into their decision because of not agreeing with your stance on one of these topics. Rambling and over-explaining. It's the most common mistake in this process, and it's best to practice and prepare beforehand to avoid this. Finally, the lack of alignment with the role. You can avoid this by ensuring you highlight the relatable aspects of your experience and the role when answering the Tell Me About Yourself question. Again, my name is John Westmoreland. I'm a University Career Center career advisor, and this has been our Tell Me About Yourself section of our interviewing series. Thank you for your time, and please tune in to further videos.